Hey guys, I got a little something interesting to show you. We're starting out a little different on this, and there's a reason for that. I wanted to show you that we're running the latest experimental build, and I have turned off all of the mods that I have installed for the game. And the reason I did that is I've been trying to get something running for a while that I played a few years back and couldn't get it to work ever since 1.0 came out. This has died, and what it is it's Nauvis Post Collapse, which is a gigantic map. The scenario being that there was a colony here or something, and the worms have kind of wiped everybody out, and now you have crash landed here in the middle of what used to be a civilization. And I don't know whether the developer for this originally was planning to have like a scenario around it where you had to figure out what happened or what. But it is a pretty cool map, and the map is huge. This is the size of the map. It goes all the way down there, way over there. So you'll notice when you first load this, your frame rate drops to nothing. And the reason for that is because it is loading all of this stuff in. The other thing you're going to start to see is you're going to start to see a lot of entities are being damaged. And the reason for that is because all of the biters and all of the worms and all of the nests and stuff which are inside the city are going to wake up and start attacking all the city entities and things like that. So we're down to what, 9.7 frames per second, but you notice it's starting to come up, and it'll come up as the game generates the map. Now we're back up to 60 and we're good to go. So in the original part of this, there used to be generators and stuff here for power, but because of the changes since 1.0, those entities don't exist anymore. So they no longer exist for the map. So you're kind of out of luck on that. But the map itself seems to be loading okay once I figured out how to do it. And they give you some starting materials which you can snag up and kind of get started. Now I'm not going to pick up the fuel because we're not going to go traveling too much here. But we're going to go ahead and get this puppy going and set up. Why won't it? There we go. There we go. All right. So we got it all set up, and this is going to get irritating pretty quickly, but it will go away fairly quickly. It's just a matter of waiting for all of the biters to wake up and attack the stuff that's close by them, and then forget civilization is there. So here we go. And basically this is kind of set up. There's ships. Look at all them fish. And there are like a little port down here, and then there's like a rail line and things like that. And there are resources here where you're located, because you start out on like this little island that's separated from the mainland. So there is some iron. If we go up here, there is some copper right up here. It's not a lot, but it's enough to kind of get you started. And the reality is that, so we got 63 million copper, 16 million iron. There is a lot of stuff that's already built that you can snatch up and take advantage of. There are factories, there are walls, there's a crap ton of walls, there's a crap ton of cars and trains and vehicles like that that you can snag up, telephone poles, what have you. Like I say, basically it's a collapsed society, and you have crash landed here and you're trying to figure out, I guess, what's going on. So we'll take a walk down here. So, there's all kinds of trade cars you can pick up. I'm going to look into seeing if some of the recycling mods and stuff work, because it would be nice to recycle some of that, because as you can see, there's shit tons of cars in this. Now there is some oil, you know, so that helps. And then you got like these little towns. And if we go over here, your island that you start out on is separated from the mainland by a bridge. And you can take a train and you can get on the railroad tracks and you can down the railroad tracks and you can get to the mainland. Now there's the coal. Let's see how big this coal patch is. 7 million. But the problem with this bridge, and keep in mind some of the railroad tracks have breaks in them too, like right here. The problem with all of it is to get across this bridge, you got a little bit of company. So you have a little bit of you know, a threat to deal with. It's not an insurmountable threat because you've been given a pretty decent set of armor. You know, you just kind of got to do away with them. And like I say, you know, they're not insurmountable because you've got a decent thing of armor. You just got to work your way through them. Without stepping through the acid. So there you go. So once you get through these guys, it's not so bad. But then you've got this big ass bridge that'll take you over to the mainland. And I mean, it is big. And part of, I think, what kills the frame rate is all of these cars. There are tons of them. That's why I say it might be nice if you do some kind of a recycling mod, because then you can snatch all this stuff up. Now, here's something that's kind of cool. What they've done is they've taken a tank and a rail car to make a tractor trailer. So a lot of thought that went into this thing at the time. And it's pretty cool. I don't know if anybody is interested. Like I say, it is a very old map, and you know, people have kind of moved on from it because it didn't work. But if you want to figure out how to get this working, I can tell you what I did, and you can see if you can get it working for yourself. We'll go down here to the mainland and take a quick look. You can see that these attacks have kind of slowed down quite a bit, which is nice. I think we're getting to the other side now. Now, when you get over here to the other side, you can't go on the road anymore. There's cliffs. So you gotta go around them. But if you come up here, you know, there's, like I say, there's all kinds of like little neighborhoods built. There's factory areas built. There's districts that are like industrial. So, you know, here we've got a rail yard. And we go a little further on down. You know, we've got ships. Another rail yard. And it's kind of a cool little idea that they've built here. Eventually, you can get onto the train tracks and get the trains running and manually run the trains up and down these lines and explore quite a bit of the map. And this rail line goes like all through all of this. It goes all up in here. It goes way over here to some of these outlying areas. Down here's like a testing ground or something. So it's really kind of a neat little map to explore just for the fun of it. Now I'm not sure what this is supposed to be in here. It's just like a big open area. And I don't remember whether there was supposed to at one time be something in here and there's not now, or what. But I mean, you could set yourself up like a little base in here and have a place to explore from if you wanted to. And if we go over here, you know, this looks like maybe it was a freight depot of some sort. And you got your city blocks and things like that. And in some places around here, there are switches and stuff that some of them you can re-energize parts of the grid, or you could come in and you could swipe solar panels from other places and redo some parts of this. And like I say, this is what I'm saying. There's things that are here. You don't necessarily have to build up your technology. You can just grab up your assembly machines. You can grab up your, you know, your chem plants and everything else. You can grab up your belts and just go to town building your own stuff. And there are biters. So I'm thinking it might be fun to, you know, as a little side thing to play around with, for me to just work on rebuilding some of this stuff. So we'll see whether we do that or not. If you guys want to watch me do some of that, let me know. And we can spend a few hours exploring this map. Maybe once a week or something, we'll do something with it. Let me know what you guys think. But there it is. That's Nauvis Post Collapse. Kind of a fun little thing to do. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye.